Virgo, this is not just another message. This is a divine transmission, urgent, powerful, and deeply personal. Because something rare is happening right now. Between May 30th and 31st, the universe has opened a door. But not just any door. A spiritual gateway designed specifically for you, tailored for your soul, aligned to your destiny. This is your chance to step into a higher timeline, to leave behind the old version of yourself, and finally walk into the future you've been praying for. But here's the truth no one is saying. If you don't walk through it now, this portal will close, and it won't open again for years, maybe not until 2033. That's how serious this moment is if you've been feeling uneasy, restless, or like something big is coming. It's not in your head. That's your soul picking up on a cosmic activation. You're being called spiritually, energetically, cosmically. But Virgo, you only have 2 days left. This is your final chance to pass through the divine door that's been waiting just for you. So don't scroll, don't ignore this, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what this divine door is, why it's open now, and what will happen if you choose to walk through it or ignore it. Are you ready? Let's begin. Virgo, you may be wondering, what is this divine door that's open just for me? Let's break it down. This isn't something ordinary. This isn't just another planetary transit. This is a once-in-a-decade energetic alignment between Mercury, your ruling planet, and a rare cosmic portal that only appears when certain spiritual frequencies align perfectly. It's not visible to the eye. It's not a physical gate you can walk through. But spiritually, it's the most important doorway your soul has stood in front of in years. Let me explain it this way. Imagine your life as a series of timelines, paths that stretch forward from every decision you make. Most people repeat the same patterns, walking the same roads, reliving the same lessons. But this divine door is a portal to a new timeline, a timeline upgrade. It offers you a chance to rewrite your destiny, accelerate your spiritual growth, and step into a version of reality that's more aligned with your highest self. Think of it as a vibrational threshold, and right now you're standing at the edge of it. But here's the thing. You can't walk through this door with old baggage. You have to be in alignment, energetically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And the universe is already sending signs that this divine doorway is open. Have you noticed any of these? A strange restlessness in your body, like you're being pulled somewhere, but you can't explain where or why. Visions in your dreams, symbolic, sometimes haunting, always vivid. Dreams that feel like messages from another realm. Repeating numbers like 1111, 222, 303, especially around midnight or when you're feeling uncertain. These aren't random. These are cosmic nudges, signals, confirmations that your energy is being invited into something greater. You may also feel disconnected from people, routines, or thoughts that used to feel normal. That's not because you're lost. It's because you're outgrowing an old identity, one that can't follow you through this divine doorway. Virgo, the reason this door is so important for you is because Mercury is your ruler, the planet of thought, clarity, and truth. And when Mercury activates a spiritual gate, you're being called to mentally and energetically evolve. This is a rare chance to shed confusion, see beyond illusions, reconnect with your soul mission. You don't have to know all the answers. You just need to feel the pull and say yes to it. The divine door is here, now, wide open. But it won't stay open forever. The next part of this message will show you why. May 30th to 31st is the only time you can pass through it, because once it closes, this opportunity won't return for nearly a decade. Are you listening? Let's keep going. Virgo, out of every date on the calendar, why May 30th and 31st? Because these 2 days are not ordinary. They're not just the end of the month. They are the final activation before a massive karmic shift unfolds in June. The universe works in layers, and right now, reality itself is reshaping. Timelines are splitting, energies are being sorted, and your next chapter, your next destiny, is being locked in based on the decisions you make right now. May 30th to 31st is the final checkpoint. Think of it as the closing scene of one movie and the first whisper of a new script. What you do, say, feel and choose during these 48 hours will ripple forward for years, possibly until 2033. And here's what makes this moment so mysterious. The energy is thin. That's the best way to describe it. It feels like a dream, foggy, unpredictable, even emotional. You may wake up unsure of what day it is. You may feel like everything is speeding up and slowing down at the same time. That's not chaos. That is the divine door doing what it always does before it closes. It tests your alignment. You may feel overwhelmed with emotion one moment, then numb the next. Called to let go of something, but terrified to release it. Pulled in opposite directions, between your old self and your future self. Virgo, you're not crazy. You're in the middle of a soul shift. This is spiritual physics. When the universe upgrades your path, it shakes loose the energy that doesn't belong anymore. And it will push you to make a choice, repeat your old story, or write a new one. And the clock is ticking. Here's the truth. By the time the sun rises on June 1st, your soul will have silently told the universe what it's ready for, and the universe will respond accordingly, not with words, but with energy. So if you ignore the whispers now, the messages will fade. If you stay frozen in fear, the portal will pass you by. But if you become still enough, quiet enough, aligned enough, you'll hear it. The universe is whispering, but only those who are still enough will hear it. You don't need to do anything dramatic. You just need to choose clarity over confusion, alignment over anxiety, and soul over fear. These next 2 days will shape what comes next. And in the next part of this message, I'll show you how to recognize the 3 undeniable signs that you're standing right in front of the divine door, and what you do next will decide everything. Let's go deeper. Virgo, how do you know if this message is truly for you? How do you know if you're standing in front of this divine door? If you're in the right moment, in the right energy, at the exact time your soul has been waiting for? The answer is, your soul is already speaking. The signs are not outside of you. They're happening within you, right now. Let me show you the 3 powerful signs that prove you're standing in front of the divine portal. Sign number 1, sudden emotional shifts. Have you felt like crying without any clear reason? Have old memories been resurfacing out of nowhere, especially ones you thought you had already healed? This isn't regression. This is release. Your soul is trying to lighten its load before stepping into a higher vibration. Think of it as spiritual baggage you must drop at the door before you're allowed to walk through. You may feel mood swings, emotional outbursts, a strange mix of nostalgia and sadness. But this is actually a sacred purge. You're not falling apart, you're being cleansed. The divine door doesn't accept heaviness. It only opens when your heart is open and your soul is ready to travel light. Sign number 2, feeling out of time. If time feels strange lately, like the days are blending together, speeding up or losing structure, this is a clear indicator. You may feel disconnected from the clock, unsure what day it is, like time is speeding up, but you're standing still. This isn't laziness. This is what happens when the portal is active. You're not stuck, you're suspended. The universe does this when it wants you to step out of your routine long enough to receive the divine signal. This feeling of being out of time is a pause for realignment. Sign number 3, strong urge to let go or move forward. You feel it in your gut. Something needs to end. Something else is calling you. Maybe you want to leave a relationship, a job, a belief, Or maybe you feel an overwhelming urge to start something new, take a leap, or chase a vision that keeps whispering to your heart. That's not just intuition, that's your higher self pushing you into alignment. The divine door only opens to those willing to evolve. If you're feeling that pull, it means your soul already knows the path. Your only job is to trust it. Virgo, if you felt even one of these signs lately, you are standing in front of the door, but knowing isn't enough. In the next part, I'll reveal exactly what you must do during May 30th to 31st to pass through this energetic threshold and claim the version of your life that's waiting on the other side. Let's move forward. It's time to take action. Virgo, now that you know what this divine door is and the signs proving you're standing in front of it, let's talk about the most important part, what you must do during May 30th and 31st to actually walk through it. These aren't just 2 days on the calendar, they are a spiritual invitation, a sacred opportunity, and what you do during these 2 days will either open your next chapter or delay it. Here are 4 spiritual steps you must take between now and the end of May 31st. 1. Journal every sign. The universe is speaking, but the messages are subtle, like whispers in your dreams, gut feelings that won't go away, or angel numbers like 1111, 1212, or 303 showing up at random moments. You may feel something, but forget it within minutes. That's why you must write everything down. Keep a notebook with you, or use your phone's notes app. Write down every dream, every number you see, every strange or powerful thought you feel. These are divine downloads, and if you capture them, they'll become guidance for your next step. 2. Clean your energy. You cannot carry old energy into a new reality. These 2 days are a sacred time to purify your vibration. Take a salt bath to remove energetic buildup, burn sage or Palo Santo to cleanse your space, or better yet, spend time in nature. Let the earth reset your frequency. You're making space, energetically decluttering so your soul can rise into a lighter dimension. Even 10 minutes of silence barefoot in the grass can change everything. 3. Speak your intention aloud. Your voice is a vibration, and vibration unlocks portals. So speak this aloud and speak it from your heart. I walk through the divine door with faith. Say it 11 times. Say it like a mantra. Say it with belief, even if your mind is full of doubts, because your words carry codes, and this sentence will align you with the new timeline that's calling your name. 4. Avoid negative influences. This might be the most important step of all. During these 2 days, your vibration must stay protected. That means no drama, no gossip, no draining people, no self-doubt spirals. Even scrolling on social media, too much can pull your energy downward. Protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is. The wrong frequency, even for just a few minutes, can close the divine door before you get through it. If someone, something, or some habit doesn't lift your spirit right now, let it go. Virgo, this is your moment. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present and willing. Because in the next part, I'll show you exactly what happens if you walk through the divine door and the miracle waiting for you on the other side. Let's go deeper. Virgo, let's talk about the reward. Because this isn't just about surviving May 30th and 31st. It's about what's waiting on the other side of the divine door if you choose to walk through it. And make no mistake, if you do, your path will shift permanently. Not temporarily, not slightly, permanently. Your energy realigns, your soul expands, and your entire life begins to respond in miraculous ways. First comes spiritual clarity. You'll begin to see things with fresh eyes. Old confusion, gone. That fog you've been living in, it lifts. You'll wake up feeling lighter and more certain about who you are and why you're here. That question you've been asking, what am I supposed to do? Will finally have an answer. It won't scream, It'll whisper, and for the first time, you'll hear it clearly. Then comes the flow. Flow in money, flow in love, flow in purpose. You won't have to hustle the way you used to, because the universe will begin sending things your way. People, opportunities, ideas, support. You'll notice money shows up when you need it. People you prayed for walk into your life. Doors you thought were closed forever suddenly open wide. This isn't coincidence. This is the return on alignment. This is what happens when your soul says yes to its divine mission. And then comes peace, not the kind you find in a quiet room, but the kind that lives inside you. A deep, steady peace that says, I don't need to force, I just need to flow. You'll no longer chase, things will chase you. The right love, the right career shift, the dream you buried years ago. It will all begin to magnetize toward you, not because you're lucky, but because you finally aligned with the timeline you were born for. Virgo, I know this may sound like magic, but it's not fantasy. This is energetic law. The door opens, and then the blessing flows in, but only for those who walk through it with intention, with trust, with the courage to say, I'm ready for more. You've been stuck in cycles long enough, and now, for the first time in years, the exit has appeared. Will you walk through? Because next I need to show you what happens if you ignore this door and the risk of staying behind. Let's talk about it. Virgo, as much as I want to focus on the blessing that awaits you, I have to also give you the truth. The truth about what happens if you ignore this moment. Because every divine door has two outcomes. You either walk through it, or you walk away from it. And if you choose not to act, if you dismiss the signs, if you silence your intuition, if you delay your decision, then here's what you need to understand. You will stay stuck in the same cycles, the same emotional loops, the same patterns that have drained your energy, delayed your dreams, and confused your path. It might look like repeating the same toxic relationships, struggling financially despite your efforts, feeling uninspired, lost or disconnected from your purpose. Watching others move forward while you stay in place, and Virgo, you'll start to feel it, quickly, not as punishment, but as a spiritual consequence. Because when the universe opens a door and you ignore it, that signal is read as, I'm not ready yet. And the universe listens. The opportunity withdraws, the path pauses, and the door closes. And here's the truth. The next time this divine alignment returns in your favor may not be until 2033. That's not a scare tactic. That's simply the rhythm of the cosmos. This is not fear, it's a reminder. Time is spiritual currency, and you can't afford to waste this window. You've been waiting, Virgo. You've been growing, learning, healing, preparing. Don't let it all go to waste because of hesitation. The divine door is still open right now, but it won't stay open much longer, not after May 31st. So the question is, will you trust your soul enough to say yes? Because in the final part of this video, I'll guide you step by step on how to claim this moment, how to speak it, activate it, and most importantly, seal this decision with divine intention. Let's finish this journey together, Virgo. If this message awakened something in you, if you feel the divine door is real, and if you want guidance through every spiritual shift that's coming in June, then don't leave without subscribing. Subscribe and turn on the bell, because this is only the beginning. June is filled with massive energetic waves, soul tests, and divine assignments, and I'll be right here to guide you through every single one. Comment challenge, speak your destiny. Let's anchor this decision together. Let the universe hear you loud and clear. Comment below 11 times. I walk through the divine door. I align with my destiny. Say it with certainty. Say it even if you're scared. Say it until your soul believes it, because your words are spells, and this one is your declaration of alignment. Share this with another Virgo. You're not the only one standing at this door. Someone you love might be walking right past their blessing without even realizing it. Send this video to another Virgo, a friend, a sibling, a partner. Help them see the signs before the portal closes. You may be the reason someone else walks into their miracle. Watch this next. Claim the reward. Now that you're walking through the door, it's time to claim what's waiting on the other side. Watch this next. Virgo, 5 millionaire numbers for June. The universe is sending you codes. Because once you say yes to your divine path, the abundance begins flowing in ways you never imagined.